guys, it's Amy with A2ZStamping.com. Today I'm going to make a card using the Star of Light stamp set. When I first saw this stamp set, it came out in the holiday catalog 2016. When I saw this stamp set, I had to have it simply for this swirl right here. Now this stamp set is a Christmas stamp set. The sentiments are all Christmas related and they're really beautiful sayings and make really stunning Christmas cards. I've seen some really cool stuff done with this. But I want to show you that you can still use this for non-Christmas things. This swirl is so versatile and really cool. Now this stamp set does come, or it doesn't come with, you can purchase the Starlight Thinlit dies. These are them right here. And it's really cool. There's some thinlits. They cut out these really pretty stars. And then there's also some framelits to cut out the star stamped image. So let's see, those would cut out. There's a thinlit to cut this one out and to cut out this star. And I think, and the small star. So it's really neat and coordinates really well with this. But I'm going to be using this stamp set right here. And I'm going to make a card for a friend who's just having a hard time right now. And so anyway, let's get started. So first, I have a sheet of fresh fig cardstock cut at 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4, just to be a standard A2 card. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to burnish my crease with my bone folder, and I'll set that aside. Okay. So the first thing I need is a piece of just regular Whisper White cardstock. This here is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and this is what we're going to do our stamping on. Now this stamp that I'm using, the big swirly stamp, it fits here on this eye block. It's a photopolymer stamp, so you can see mine's nice and stained. That's normal for photopolymer stamps. But since it is photopolymer and a rather large stamp, you'll want to use a foam pad. And so I've got my foam pad right here, and just stick it under your paper. You can see I've already been stamping on this piece of paper, but why waste, right? So I'm going to stick my paper on here, and I'm going to be using Fresh Fig ink. Open that. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up my stamp, and I'm going to stamp this a few different times. So I just want to ink it up and decide where I want to put it. So I think first I'm going to go right here. So remember, just press, don't rock your stamp. I press, lift straight up. Gorgeous, okay? Ink it up again, and I want to do a little piece up here. All right, and then let me ink it up again. And I think I'm going to turn it around. Let's see, what do I want to do? And I think I'm going to go this way, right here, like this. Press. All right, and I want to do one more little section right here. Okay. Looks good. See that? Pretty. All right. Now I need to, actually I don't want to close my ink yet. Let me grab my Stampin' Scrub here and clean this off. All right. So I scrub, dry, and now my stamp is all clean and ready to put away. All right. All right. Next thing I'm going to stamp, I'm going to set this aside, and I just need a scrap piece of white cardstock. It's just a scrap piece. And I'm going to stamp, I'm using the, let me see, what did I do with the stamp set? Here it is. I'm going to be stamping this sentiment right here. Faith is trusting God even when you don't understand his plan. This is from the Artistically Asian stamp set, and I just wanted that saying right there. And I've already got that mounted here on a C block. And this is a clear mount stamp, so it's red rubber. But I'm going to be cutting this out, so I don't need to worry about it being too straight. Let's see, I just want to make sure I don't have it upside down. There we go. Let me ink it up. Looks all inked up, and I just want to get it right on here. I don't want to rock. Now I don't need the foam pad underneath for red rubber stamps, but it was already there, so it was fine. Okay, and that looks good. So let me clean this off. It's all clean, and I can put that away. All right, so now I can close up my ink. Okay, next thing I want to do, I'm going to take my foam pad out, is I'm going to grab the Big Shot out. And let's see, let's go this way. All right, so I just have on here, I've got the the platform, the thin die adapter, and a cutting pad. And what I want to do is I want to cut out this that we just stamped. And I'm going to do that with a layering, actually I'm going to do that with a stitched framelit. So these are the stitched framelit dies. There's squares, ovals, and circles. And I'm going to do this oval right here. And these are really cool because you end up with a stitching around the edge, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So I want to get that on there. And then I also want to cut out, let's see. Actually, let me turn this way. I'm going to just do it all at once. All right. So that, and then I need a scrap piece of fresh fig cardstock. I've got that right here. And I'm going to cut out one of these scalloped ovals. So this is from the layering ovals dies, and you get regular ovals and scalloped ovals. So I'm just going to cut out a scallop right here so I can fit it right there. Get my, okay, hold on. I don't want to move these. Let me pull this out. Get my cutting plate on, or my top plate, and now I can run it through. All right. All right, run it through. Crackle, crackle. That's normal. All right, and that's all. Let me grab these off. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can put this away. All right, so now punch these out. Don't want to lose my Thinlit. Okay, so here we go. Here's what we ended up with. We have a, all right, so here's my scallop, and here is my sentiment, and see the stitching around the edge? It's really neat. It just adds a nice finishing touch. So I'm just going to grab my snail adhesive and put the adhesive on the back of this one right here and put it on here. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to stick some dimensionals on the back of this. And looks like I need a new package of dimensionals. Let me open these up. Okay. And with a pack, this is a brand new pack of dimensionals. With it, you get 300 in a pack, so it's a lot. It lasts. These last you a long time. Okay. So I'm gonna stick. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And while I have it turned over, I'm just gonna peel the backings off. One, 2, 3, come on. And 4. All right, and I'm going to set this aside. All right, next thing I want to do is I have some fresh fig finely woven ribbon. This is 1/2 inch ribbon. And I'm just going to cut off a little piece. Let's see. I just need it to, I'm just going around the front of the card. So I want to just stick, I like to just stick a little bit of adhesive just on the ends. Okay, and then I'm going to wrap it around. Let's see, how about right here? Looks good. Flip it over, and then I just stick those down, the little glue ends. All right, so it looks like that. And while I have this over, I'm going to put adhesive all the way down both sides. I like to stick some over the ribbon. All right, let me grab my card base here. I am going to stick this on the front. Okay, and while I have the card open, oh, what did I just do? Okay. I see what I did. That's funny. Okay, where did my envelope? Here we go. I'm going to stick it to the front of this one, not to an already made card. Did you guys see that? I don't edit out any mistakes because, let's be real, editing out the mistakes isn't real life. I want you guys to see that you can make mistakes with crafting and it's easy to fix them. Okay, so let me get this on here. Then I'm going to open it up. And since it's dark purple, it'd be hard to write in. So I have another piece of 4 by 5 1/4 cardstock. And I'm just going to stick that inside so that I can write on this right here. Okay, there we go. Better. All right, now I've got to finish up the front of our card. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and decide where I want to put it. I'm going to put it right in the center. right here. Okay, but that's not it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our rhinestones. And if you look carefully on here, so in the swirl, there's little tiny stars and then there's bigger stars. I'm going to stick a rhinestone on each of the big stars. So right now I have fingernails so I can grab them with my fingers, but I just sort of pinch them off and then I just sort of drop it in place and then move it around. When I get it where I want it, then I push it down. And they already have adhesive on them. So as long as you don't push it down until it's in place, you can move them around pretty easily. All right, where's more big stars? Right here. I wanted to do every single star, but I realized that would use up a lot of my rhinestones, and really, it was a lot of stars. So I decided just to do the giant stars. Let's see, here's one right here. But you could also do just the small stars. You could decide how you wanted to do it. You could just do some silver glitter. I haven't tried embossing this stamp yet, but I think that might be really cool. Okay, did I get all the big stars? I think I did. All right, so there's our card. You guys, it's gorgeous. And here's one I did earlier. So pretty. Can you see that? Can you see that sparkle? This card really is stunning, and I love this. Faith is trusting God even when you don't understand his plan. So pretty. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this card, and I hope you see now that this Star of Light stamp set is worth it for this stamp. It's the coolest stamp ever. Although the rest of the stuff on here is really neat too, especially for making Christmas cards. But there's a lot of other things you can do with it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you check me out at a2zstamping.com and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks, guys. Bye.